my friends. Today, we are coming out of darkness, embracing the light. So, simple storyline is embracing the light has in part to do with integrating the experience and getting ready for what's to come. I don't know if this is going to be a long dialogue, but this is how I feel. You came to Earth for one specific reason, out of unconditional love. To learn that again because you had to forget yourself. So ultimately, when the eclipses happen around us, the Luna we had, now the sun coming up, and then I think another Luna and another solar, is all your issues come up. Your winnings and your shortcomings. And integrating that. And understanding if you had people in your field that left, or didn't hang out with you, or catapulted away from you, that has to do with who did you seek? What were you looking for? What was your mission? And why didn't it work? And it's always 50-50. Souls find each other because they have soul contracts. Some souls use the weasel tactic, that's where this darkness comes from, which expands the consciousness, is the unknowingness of self. So we live in a society, when you go back, every time you would speak your truth, you'd be prosecuted, or you'd be shut down, because everybody else is right and the other half is wrong. Go back to the witch hunt times, where, or in the course of 400 years, medieval times, 20 million females got prosecuted for being a healer, which you're talking different than the state or whether a system that was in place would talk. So what we are learning now is to come together and speak our cloud. Meaning, I have my ancestral lineage that speaks now. All of those that came before me, those that died, gypsies, Germans that fell in the war, Navajo descent, Dene, and the rest of the lineage that got together that survived. That's why I'm here. That's why you are here, because you're the sum of your ancestral lineage. So you're the sum of cell memory of your lineage, meaning past lives, whether you believe in them or not. Your cells can only come into this world because they have prior memory to this world. Otherwise, creation in life, impossible. It has to do with the transfer of information. We're healing that now. And it's somewhat, we're healing that in a very radical way. Some people go amok, and do crazy things, which, however that is interpreted, that is, we shouldn't do that. We should process our fear, process what we don't like, speak our cloud. If we feel mistreated, and that is embracing the light, we should say, you genuinely hurt me that way, and if you refuse to listen to me, then I'll speak and walk away in peace. And for those of you that have YouTube channels, if you feel mistreated and the other side doesn't give it a rest because of they want to retaliate over and over and over, I speak from personal experience, and it's a general experience too. When I had that with my music partner, back then, that everything was like tit for tat, you do this, I do that, and it never ends. It ends when somebody really steps up and says, here is my heart, this is how I feel, and this is how I defend my freedom with everything that I have, whatever means necessary. And then it ends. It just ends. Which brings me more to the nicer things in life. That was basically from the prior video. expelling the darkness. Some say embrace your darkness, but sometimes, if something is ugly and I don't want to dance with it, and I don't have to dance with that, but I can dance in a way that this cannot hit me, you know, because I don't want to get on. I want to stay clear and clean. And when I'm in a restaurant, maybe there's certain foods that I don't like. Maybe I order some foods one time and the taste is not that great. Well, the chef can't be mad at me for next time I'm ordering a different plate. It's my prerogative. There's no cosmic contract that binds me to forcing me into, you should go this way. And for those that had bullies in their lives, I had that too as a kid. Somehow it tried to follow me, and I changed it when I studied Wing Chun. I was like, let's study Kung Fu so I can kick some ass. So for 12 years I got into heavy martial arts, but the end result was like I got that confident that I didn't even attract that anymore. Nobody really approached me in a fight, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Anybody, no, I'm not scared. Bring it. Doesn't matter. Like I'm ready. Like I know my skills. I'm nice. And then all of this steam and all of this weaponry and all of this, this war. And actually, the gladiator in me was like, actually, this is all in your head. Bullies can't approach you no more. Then you have the emotional terrorists and emotional bullies. Friends that you had for a minute, you had an exchange with them on whatever level, and they can't let you go because they want to retaliate. They want to destroy you. They want everything that you have. They want to make it look bad because they feel mistreated. There's something wrong with the picture too, because like I say, if I had something with people, I speak my cloud. That's how I was raised, and then I move on. So a lot of beings from the past I don't even mention anymore because mostly I forgot about it. I don't feel the rage about it, and my spirits are at peace that I cleared the situation. Some spirits, if they want to just go really, really crazy, then certain measures will take place to really make sure that they will stop what they're doing because it's annoying. It doesn't help us. We can grow when we stop hindering each other. I had a case where somebody talked bad about somebody, and a friend was planning to move into a house, and people didn't move with the person because somebody else was trying to convince the others not to move in with that person. Foul. You don't do that, I had beef with people, and beef, or I don't know what you want to call it, even amongst the so-called spiritual people, real is real. When Isht hits the fan, you'll see who's around you, and when you turn around and you see all of these people, everybody's like, yeah, love and light, all of a sudden you're in trouble and you need help. How is it that 95% of the people disappear and you're by yourself? And then when you reach a level of where it seems like you got it made, a lot of people that you didn't know before, they all want to hang. They want to mingle with you, because you got it. You got your house, you got your couch, big ass TV, PlayStation, Xbox, everything, and now let's hang out over there. It's fun over there. Nobody's willing to put in an effort, actually be there, and it's hard. It is not easy. Nobody said it's easy. My life wasn't easy or catered to me. I'm glad there's YouTube so I can talk to the people when there's lunar eclipses. So if you want to do videos and express how you feel and you want to vent, do that. And I'm glad my mom fought for me when I was little. And it's an ugly topic. People don't want to hear it, but if you are a white mom with two black kids in a German neighborhood, you think growing up was all hunky-dory? You think they didn't take my lunch money? You think my mother wasn't called names and all that? We were all trying to sugarcoat and hide these situations, but it's part of my life. Part of my life is half of my family is on the cemetery. Part of my life is that we had to give up the grave of my father and my brother because we couldn't afford the long-term rent to keep the grave. It broke my mother's heart. And I gotta stand by her side and say, hey, we are still here, we are still loved, and we continue on doing what we're doing. And I'm not saying that because I'm a victim or whatever labels people want to use, is like really display their stuff that people go through, and that makes them who they are. That forms your character, you know. And maybe sometimes people, they didn't have the experience, they bounce into these people, and they don't understand, you know. When my mom went to work, my brother and I got a key, and that, you know, there's the street. I have the kids, so I have my street my street smarts there, and then I had my school. So I said I'm gonna be like the intellectual street guy. So like I have my street skills, and I use the scientist, like kind of like Bruce Lee, philosopher, scientist, ET in human form, and living that and integrating that in me, and accepting myself for who I am and loving that, and not using a psychological method to make me feel better, or numb it with anything that would alter my consciousness or my brain or my state of being, and being proud of myself and loving myself for who I am and why I'm here. And for all those that went through a phase where they thought, you know, suicide, and they wanted to leave this earth, I understand you. When I was very, very young, I've been there, heart shattered to pieces, picked up the pieces, got back up and said, life is worth living. I continue on. I believe in the good. I move into good things. And in my astrology it said it would be like a 40-year bumpy road of ups and downs and left and rights to actually finally find my purpose. And then, yeah, YouTube was a nice medium, which I'm thankful for, to share that. And this is like me having a conversation with you. This is free. I'm sharing myself. I'm putting my behind literally on the line by saying, this is what I go through. This is what I am in my transparency, and I am not perfect. I'm a peaceful Aquarian being, and I have a problem with injustice. So if I see injustice and people don't talk about it, they tuck it, or they wanna pull it under the rug. You know, in the industry, what I've learned is, if partners in the industry, you know, let's say one partner betrays the other, put it this way, because they had beings in their company that were betraying, and it was caught. Then when you go to the press or to the world, which is the last time that I'm doing this, there won't be a next time, you know, the corporate identity people, and some of them even think that they are spiritual, say, we don't propagate that. We had a difference of opinion. And you walk away. And maybe with a contract where you get less, or you give up whatever you make or whatever supposedly come to you, which is not important because it's not about money, it's about morals. So the information of the corruptness within that system is put under the rug. You had a difference of opinion, nobody knows what's going on, no community can form themselves because they're not informed about what happened. And I say, if you've been treated like Isht, people mistreated you, then you have a right to get up and say, this is what happened to me, this is the person. There is pointing fingers, so the others can evaluate and assess the situation and say, why is this person so upset? You think somebody is so upset for no reason? Well, there is a reason why the person is upset. If you make sense, if you can come to each other and apologize, the spirit can rest. But it's divine too. The spirits cannot rest if you have unfinished business, because unfinished business is like a ghost, and it'll haunt you with everything there is. And we are here to solve it as best as we can. And it's deep, you know? This is all, I have no script. This is what I'm going through right now, and I'm releasing it. And the good thing is that good things have come